Hi, I'm Andre Koopman, and you're watching From the Cape with Bass, hosted by Daniel Peterson.
Good day, everybody. Today we are with great bass player Andre Koopman. Andre, can you tell us what your first musical experience was?
Well, I grew up in a house where my sisters used to sing in a group.
Yeah.
They were called the Koopman sisters. And my mother, this is where the actual thing happened. My mother was an organist in the church, and she was the director of the choir that sang in the morning. And I would go with her in the morning and help her set up the organ because she was a bit old.
Tell me this, is this in the Rennies Church in
the
Elsis?
Rennies Church, yeah.
Okay, okay.
And when she became, legs became tired, no, that was a organ with a pumping action.
Yeah.
So you create a wind with the pedals and you can play. And she couldn't use the pedals, so I would sit at the bottom of the organ and use my hands to create the wind, and she could play on top. And it was my first experience, and I found out that I like the sound of the music and the people that sing.
Okay, so this was like, how old were you when this happened?
It was about 12, 13.
Oh, okay, okay. Can you tell me why you chose the bass guitar eventually?
Look, I used to accompany my sisters to the then Dolly Do. It was a dance club in Elsis. And because my mother was very strict, so they used me as an alibi.
Okay.
Because I was underage. And I would sit on the steps the whole night while they were dancing. And the bass was always prominent. And I would sit there and I started to enjoy the sound and the groove of the bass and the impact it had on the music and the sound, the groove, and it was the foundation of the song.
Wow, interesting, man. Can you tell me, do you have any musical education? Are you self-taught? Did you go for lessons, or what is the story there?
No, I taught myself basically. What happened is a friend of mine, Mervyn Moses, he used to play the guitar, and acoustic guitar, and then he got another acoustic guitar, and I started to play the bass bass notes on the top string. And then that is how I started playing the bass on the acoustic guitar.
Okay. And after that, you didn't go for any?
No, I didn't have any lessons.
Okay, okay, man, interesting. Can you tell me about the albums, if you played on any albums and the artists that you've worked for?
No albums. I played for a couple of bands or groups. The first one was the Soul Concerners, which was established in Elsis River in the late 70s.
Wow. And
our first thing was to have open air services on the beach. We had a battery amp with two 10-watt speakers. So there was a mic, a lead guitar, and the acoustic guitar that I played with a pickup, and I played the bass.
On the acoustic guitar?
Yeah. And you can imagine what it sounded like, two 10-watt speakers, battery amp, but we were happy, we enjoyed ourselves. And then I went to a group called Forgiven. It was also in the early 80s. And then I had a stint with a jazz band called Sunset Cruise.
Okay.
I played the double bass there, which I played a bit. And since then I play in church. And we also have a group called the Perfect Fourth. That is my experience.
You told me something about the group Solid Foundation where you had a stint with them.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
My sister used to sing with them. They had a concert the Saturday evening, and the Friday, the bassist became ill. So they asked my sister to ask me to assist. And I was very worried because I don't know the songs. I went the Friday night and I had a rehearsal, but obviously you need more than one rehearsal. And the Saturday evening, I went there, and for that whole night I was sweating and I was praying because it's because Salt Foundation at that time was a name in the gospel. And here I'm standing. Am I playing the right notes? But okay, let's do it. Sweating and so.
Anyway, can you tell me about the gear that you have? I see you have this nice Warwick, it's a rock bass.
Yeah, I've got it for 12 years now.
Oh.
And I've got a Behringer amplifier and bin. It's 1,000 watt.
Wow. Is that the cab?
It's the amp.
The top with the cab?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, the cab only weighs 45 kg, so
Only.
I need to get somebody to help me.
Interesting. Do you have any advice for young up-and-coming bass players and musicians out there, please?
Yeah, there are a few. I always stress it when I used to be in groups. It's about 5 things. First thing is the punctuality. The second thing is the passion. The third thing is humility. The fourth thing is to respect the other musicians. And one important thing is the flavor. What I mean by the flavor, whether you play a chorus or a hymn or a standard, you must bring your own flavor, because we are only blessed with a unique type of way we play, and that's what I call the flavor.
Yeah.
And once you're happy with that, and you have all those things in place, then you can look forward to be a good musician.
Wow.
But you must have at least those 5 qualities.
Wow. Andre Koopman, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for making time for me. Thank you for making time for From the Cape with Bass. Godspeed on your journey, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for liking and sharing this video with your fellow bass community. Please follow From the Cape with Bass on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much.